Roll it into a bowl, and think about this. What are mountains made up of? Yeah, rocks. And this behaves like a rock. So with your putty, I'd like you to make a mountain. On one of your hands, make a really tall mountain, like this. What is the tallest mountain in New Zealand? Mount Cook. Okay, I'd like you to make a Mount Cook. Really tall Mount Cook. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to finish your Mount Cook. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let go. Let go. Let go. Don't touch Mount Cook. Just look at it. Because this behaves like a rock. Over millions of years, what's happening to Mount Cook without being touched? Don't touch it. Can you see what's happening? What's happening? Yeah. It's going down. Mountains are being eroded, they disappear, they slowly flatten. That happens to mountains all around the world. I come from Spain, down there. If you dig a hole in your garden and keep going, you'll get to Spain, don't worry. But straight in the other side of the world, Spain is pretty flat. New Zealand is not flat. Look how many amazing mountains there are. That's why I came to New Zealand to study geology. It's an amazing country to see a lot of action. And so there's heaps of mountains. In places like Spain, can you squish your putty like this flat? Flat places, like Australia. Anyone from Australia here? Yes. That's Australia. Let's make it a bit more realistic. Uluru there. Australia. Can you make an Australia on your hand? That's Australia. Well, New Zealand was just like that. About 10 million years ago, New Zealand was flat and mostly underwater. What happened 10 million years ago? Try this. That's New Zealand. Your thumb is going to be Australia. That's New Zealand. And this finger is going to be the whole Pacific Ocean. And this is what happened under the ocean, there's land. There was an earthquake. And another earthquake. And another earthquake. So Australia and the Pacific Ocean is pressing New Zealand and making earthquakes. Another earthquake. What happens with every earthquake? Earthquake, 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 earthquake. Mount Cook is there again. Earthquake. What happens if you stop the earthquakes? If you stop the earthquakes, the mountains disappear. New Zealand has heaps of earthquakes. Have you felt an earthquake before? Yeah. Well, that's what's happening. Actually, I could ask a really tricky question. Are earthquakes good or bad?
Good and bad.
It's hard. They are definitely bad. Why are they bad? Yeah, they can kill people if they happen in the wrong place, like in the middle of Christchurch like last year. We've got to be really careful. But why are earthquakes good as well? Kind of. They make mountains. Next time you feel an earthquake, you know what's happening. Mountains are just growing, and that's just a side effect of mountains. We live in an amazing country with some beautiful mountains, and that is why we have some really big earthquakes. We just need to be careful if they happen where we are. But remember this, next time you feel an earthquake, mountains are growing around you. That's exactly what's happening in New Zealand. Because mountains behave like this. Well, they don't do that really, but it's incredible. They can flow, and they break if there's an earthquake, and otherwise they are always doing this. That's why I'm calling this earthquake putty. And if you keep it in a little bag, it will stay like this. If it dries, then it won't work anymore. So for those of you that have some, I'm going to make sure that you keep it in one of these bags. Seal it and keep it. And you can tell your friends how it works. I will give it to you. You will be in charge of it. And then you can teach everyone about earthquakes. So there. Can you put it in the bag?
Right.
All right. And you are in charge.
No. One bag.
One bag for all. All right. Put them in the bag. Here.